All right, hey everybody, Mr. Beltran here. Today we're going to be practicing some basketball dribbling. Okay, we're going to go through a few different drills. Some of the drills we're not even going to be bouncing the ball. Okay, so you'll be able to practice even if you don't have a basketball at home. If you do have a basketball, that's great. Okay, I have one here. If you have something similar, a soccer ball, a volleyball, one of those playground balls, those will work too. Doesn't matter what size it is. I have a smaller one here, that'll work the same. For these first few drills, if you don't have any kind of ball, you can create that paper ball. Okay, but you want to make it a tiny bit bigger than a normal paper ball, so probably take about 5 or 6 sheets of paper, crumble one up, wrap it with another one, and another one, and another one, until it gets a little bit bigger than just a normal paper ball. For the first few drills, you can use this, okay? So, the first thing we're going to start is called a fingertip drill. And what that means is you're going to use your fingertips, which are right here. That's the part we want touching the ball. We do not want our palms to touch the ball, okay? Just your fingertips. So, all we're going to do is we're going to pass the ball back and forth with our fingertips. So we're not really catching it, we're kind of just hitting it back and forth, okay? And my arms are not that far apart, okay? They're just kind of back and forth. We'll do this for a few seconds here. Remember, if any time I'm going too fast, or if any time you feel like you want a little extra time to practice, okay, you can always pause the video and then practice it for a little bit, and then when you're ready, you can hit play again, okay? So we're just going back and forth. Only my fingertips are touching it, okay? I'm bare, none of my palm or my fingers are not touching, just the fingertips, okay? All right, now let's try that again, but this time, let's try it up a little bit higher over our head, back and forth, okay? So it's not directly over my head, it's a little bit in front of my head, okay? But it is up higher, okay? Same idea, fingertips only back and forth. I'm not really catching the ball, I'm just kind of hitting it back and forth between my fingertips, okay? So we're going back and forth here. We'll just do this for a few more seconds. All right, and then now let's do it again. Let's do it down lower, kind of around our knee level, okay? Our knee level, so our hands are kind of straight, knee level, back and forth. I'm going to just show you real quick with that paper ball, okay? Same idea. Oh, just dropped it. It's a little bit harder than using a regular ball, but you still get the same idea of what we're doing, okay? So if you have to use a paper ball, hey, go ahead and use it, okay? Again, doesn't matter what size. I got a little smaller ball here. Doing the same thing. I'm not catching the ball. I'm just kind of hitting it back and forth with my fingertips, okay? Let's do a few more seconds, and then let's go ahead and stop. All right. Next one we're going to do, call it around the world. You're going to take the ball, and then you're going to, doesn't matter which direction you go, you're going to wrap it around your waist, get it with the other hand, and then put it in front of your stomach. Around the waist. Now start off slowly, and then as you get the hang of it, then you can go a little bit faster. Okay? Again, doesn't matter what type of ball you're using for this one. Try not to let it hit your stomach or back or sides of your body as you're going around. Okay? So if I turn sideways, you can see that I'm making sure that it goes behind me without rolling or touching my back. Okay? And let's do it now after we've done a few seconds going this way. Let's try going the other direction. Okay? So slowly, start off slowly. Okay? And then once you get the hang of it, then you can start going faster. Okay? And if you need to go slow the whole time, no problem. That's why it's called practice. Okay? So we're going to do it a little bit going this way. Now, even though we're not actually dribbling the ball right now, these drills do help with ball control, which in basketball you want to be able to control the ball so that the other team can't steal it. Okay? Let's do a few more going this way. Now we're going to do the same idea. This time I want you to do it around your knees. Okay? It doesn't matter which way you go first. Now, so when you do this one, I don't want you to just bend over. I want you to bend your knees a little bit. Okay? So you're going to bend your knees a little bit as you go around the knees. Okay? So I'm not just bending straight down. I'm bending those knees as I do it. Again, same idea without touching your knees or your legs as you go around. Do it a little bit going this way. And then now let's try going the other direction. Okay? Going the other direction. Oh, almost dropped it. If you drop it, no big deal. Okay? Pick it up, try again. Okay? So I'm going around and around. A few more seconds going this way. And then now let's stop. And let's go for one more. This time it's going to go around your head. So this one's a little trickier. Okay? Again, slowly. Try not to touch your head. Okay? as you go around, and then as you go faster, okay, you can do it a little bit faster. Okay. Try to get it around your head. Sometimes I know when you go faster, you're just doing it over your head. You want to go around your head, okay? And then let's go the other way. So going back the other direction, okay? Remember, like I said earlier, if you need to pause the video because you need extra practice on one of these, go ahead and pause it, okay? Practice it on your own for a little bit, and then when you get like you're ready, you can play the video again, okay? Now I can definitely tell I'm going a little slower this direction. I'm not as good at this way, okay? But still the same idea, back and forth. All right, let's go ahead and stop that. All right, do a couple more here. This one we're going to go around the legs. So you're going to take one leg a little bit in front. So my legs are apart, about shoulder width. Then I'm going to take one leg and take kind of one step in front. Okay, so now it's apart and one step in front. And I'm going to do that same thing. I'm going to go around one leg. Okay, around one leg. Again, you want to bend those knees as you lean forward. You don't want to just bend at the waist. Okay, you want to bend the knees, lean forward just a tiny bit as you do it. Try not to hit that leg. Once we've done it this way, let's go the other direction. Okay, starting off slow. Once you get better, you can go faster. All right? Again, any kind of ball will work. If you're using that paper ball, that's fine too. All right? And then now let's go ahead and switch legs. So I'm going to start with my legs a little bit apart. Take that other leg one step forward, so it's apart and one step forward. And let's go around that leg again. Okay, so I'm going around that one leg. And then we're going to do it here a few times. Remember, try to just use those fingertips. Okay, we're not really using our whole hand on this one. And let's go back the other way. Back and forth. Okay, so really try to use just those fingertips as you're circling the ball around your leg, okay? Let's do a few more on this side. All right, let's go ahead and stop. Now, these next couple drills here, we are going to be bouncing the ball on the ground, okay? So if you're not sure if you're allowed to do that, make sure you ask the adult in your house if it's okay to do that. If not, maybe that you can ask if you can do it outside, somewhere where it's safe for you to be doing it. If those aren't any options for you, okay, you can always just imagine that you're dribbling ball. Okay, it's not going to work with a paper ball, but you're just going to imagine. Remember, when we're doing this inside our house, we're just trying to practice the technique, the right technique, okay? So it's not always going to be the exact same thing as if we were doing it at school or on a basketball court, okay? So we're just trying to practice the right technique. So when we're dribbling here, we want to use those fingertips or finger prints is another way to use it because that's the part that we want touching the ball. Okay, so my hand, I'm going to hold it here. Instead of having my hand straight, I'm going to just bend it just a little bit. Okay, so just a tiny bit. You see my fingers, I just curl it just a little bit. So what happens, if I had my hand flat when I dribble the ball, my fingertips or fingerprints are not even touching it. But if I just bend my fingers just a little bit, now that's the part that's touching the basketball. Okay? Usually you only want the ball to go about waist level. Okay, my waist is right about here. Okay, that's where your pants or your shorts go. Okay, that's about waist level. That's how high you want that ball to go. So we're going to start with our right hand. Okay, we're going to dribble with our right hand using those fingerprints, going about waist level. Okay, and if you look, I'm going to turn sideways. I'm using my elbow and my arm to dribble the ball. Okay, sometimes some kids, they just use their wrists. Okay, we don't want to use that. We want to use our whole arm as we're dribbling. Go ahead and keep dribbling while I'm demonstrating here. So we want to use our elbow and our arm to dribble, and we're trying to do it about waist level. Okay. Now, after dribbling, the next thing you want to do is you also, I know sometimes when it's dribbling, it's hard to hear, so that's why I'm stopping. Okay. You also want to bend your knees a little bit as you're dribbling. Okay. In basketball, you always want to be ready to move side to side, front and back. Okay, when you're standing nice and straight, it's a little bit harder to do that. So you want to bend them just a tiny bit. So if I'm standing, this is standing, I'll get closer so you can see my knees here. This is standing straight. All I'm going to do is just bend them just a tiny bit. Okay? I'm just going to bend them a tiny bit as I do it. Okay, like I said, it's kind of hard to hear when I'm dribbling, so I'll kind of stop. So we're still using that right hand. All right, let's go ahead and switch and do the left hand now. Same idea, using those fingerprints. Okay, try to keep it around waist level. Make those knees just a tiny bit bent as you're doing them, okay? So let's go ahead and do that for a little bit. Now, if you notice, go ahead and keep practicing. If you notice, I'm staying in one spot while I do it. Okay, that's showing good ball control. Remember I said at the beginning, part of basketball is ball control. Controlling the ball so that the other team can't steal it. Okay, so all we're doing is staying in one spot while we're dribbling. We're not even moving around. So do your best to try to stay in one spot as you dribble it, okay? All right, do the last couple dribbles there and go ahead and stop. And then one more I want us to practice now is back and forth. Okay, so right, left, right, left, right, left. Same thing. Feet a little bit apart, knees a little bit bent, about waist level, using those fingerprints, going back and forth, okay? So here we go. Alright, do a few more of those and go ahead and stop. Alright, now what I want you to do now is I want you to start the video all over again and do all of it one more time. Okay, so start at the very beginning of the video, practice those ball controls, the ones that we're doing, the fingertips, around the world, all of those. Practice a little bit more of that dribbling. Okay, and then when we're all done with that the second time, then I want you to do those stretches and the Google form. Alright, I'll see all of you next time.